What's up, guys? I'm Mark,
I'm Alex.
and we're with Beyond the Real, and we're talking Invisible Man. So, what did you think of the film?
Well, first, let me just say that I thought the trailer was amazing, so that really got me hyped for the movie. And I saw it and I enjoyed it, but I don't think it holds up to rewatches, and for that reason, I have to bring down my score.
Okay. Well, the same thing, like how I saw the trailer, I thought it was going to be, I don't know if you ever seen Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon. I thought it was going to be something like that, more of a horror movie, because this wasn't a horror movie. It felt more comedic and, like, I guess thriller.
Yeah, it was more suspenseful.
Yeah. And it's just, when I saw the trailer, I was like, yeah, this is a good concept, it's like Hollow Man. I was like, all right, let me check it out. But for me, I was honestly disappointed with the film, finding out everything that happens. I just want to.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like marketed as a horror movie, but I'd say it's more on the suspense side.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of sci-fi elements, which I thought were cool, but I think it looks great. And one of the things I really enjoyed was the way the director kind of messes with you, builds tension and suspense. Is he'll record her doing something, but he'll leave a lot of negative space in the scene, so where you feel like you should be looking in that direction, but given there's an invisible man, you don't know if he's there or not.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was really one of the coolest things about the movie. And yeah, like just leaving lingering camera angles to where Elizabeth Moss is not the sole focus of the scene, and I think that was really one of the strongest things of the film.
Yeah. Like for me, like honestly, the first time watching it, like how you said, I liked it. I really did. I liked it a lot. I liked it more than I should have. And the story of it, he dies, and supposedly someone's going after at the beginning too. Before, when she's leaving in the beginning, leaving him in the beginning, you see a room there. She looks at a room.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
She looks at the room, but then she just goes. So she goes about her business. She's packing up and she's leaving. And later on, finding out that it's a suit. I thought that was a cool idea. I really did. I still do. Either way, the suit idea. What was it?
Cameras.
What was it? Cameras. And then how it just it makes you invisible. And I like how once the person gets hurt or something like that, the cameras, they start to pop up or something like that. It looked weird and it's cool. I like the idea that the movie was trying to give you.
Yeah, I thought the design was really well done, especially when she's put in the mental institution and she starts fighting him, and like the suit starts to malfunction, and like you see like parts of him just like appear, and like that's not what you're used to seeing.
Yeah.
And like just seeing that just freaks you out. But yeah, like other than that, I can't really say. I feel like this movie went for a lot of cheap thrills, a lot of cheap scares, because you see them coming, because it doesn't really try to hide them from you. Nothing happens out of nowhere. There's always a jump scare, and like you see it coming because they always turn the music down, so the scene gets silent. So you're like, oh well, here's another one, and then just something pops out, or you hear a weird noise, and it's I can't really say that it gets old. It gets old after a while.
Yeah, it does, because it's basically repetitive. Like well, there was the one scene when finally it wasn't Adrian. Well, see, like that part. I still don't know, it wasn't Adrian or was it the brother who was doing the whole thing at first. Yeah. But I think it was Adrian, because he whispered something to her and she recognized that later on in the film that it was actually him. But whenever they're in the hospital and he's just wrecking all the cops, I'm like, those cameras up there better catch everything, because if they still think that she did it, I'm done with the movie. I was literally, they better catch everything.
So back to the point of what you said when he's fighting the security or whatever, I really like how that whole sequence was done, because it kind of makes it feel like your perspective changes from watching a movie to almost as if you yourself are the Invisible Man, because you like, you know, she's telling the security guards like, careful, he's right there, and they're like, what, like this woman is crazy, but like the camera slowly starts to turn, like as she's telling the security guard like, he's right behind you, so the camera like follows him and you do like a full 360, so it almost feels like if you yourself are walking around him, and then the Invisible Man appears right behind him and just starts like wailing on him. Oh, excuse me. And like, I thought that was really cool because for a second, like the change of perspective makes it feel like if you become the Invisible Man, and I thought that was a really good sequence.
Yeah, like I mean, really, all of that, like all of that, I really liked, and but like how you said, it does get repetitive, you know, towards the end, and it kind of takes me out of the movie. What brought me back into the movie was, I guess, I would say at the end when she actually sees Adrian. I'm like, okay, this is Adrian. I actually thought that, you know, he didn't do it. He didn't do anything. He doesn't know what's going on. The brother did it all, you know. But apparently he did, and she ended up, you know, killing him and everything. It's weird. You know, the movie's weird for the first time, but then now that I'm going back and actually thinking about it, it's just, I mean, you know.
Really, what kept me so invested in the film was Elizabeth Moss's performance. And I think that I've honestly never seen her in anything before this, but they say that this is probably like her best performance. And I think that that's a fair point, because this was a really good performance. You know, she really plays the part of being vulnerable. She really plays the part of the fact that no one believes her, and she really comes off like completely genuine, completely natural. And I think she did really good in this movie. I don't want to say she carried it, but she did really well. And I think she's probably really the only character that I could say was probably interesting.
I guess, yeah, like believable. You know, like everybody else seemed like her sister. I can't remember her sister's name, but you know, like how supposedly she sent the email to her sister, saying, you know, I'm done with you and everything like that, and she doesn't. Like I don't buy that her sister won't believe her sister. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was something that they easily could have just had a conversation about.
Yeah, just like, hey, let me go show you my computer, you know, or my something like that. You know, there was a couple of things where I'm just like, man, this doesn't make any sense. There was the scene too when the daughter of her friend, whenever they were talking about, let's go eat some cake, you know, when trying to cheer her up, and then all of a sudden she gets slapped.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like they're right in front of each other. Yeah, and she gets hit from the side. Exactly. And I was like, come on, like.
So I'm like, how do you think that she did it and she's right in front of you? Her hands were down the whole time. Yeah, and
and you were looking right at her. Like.
It's so unbelievable in a couple of ways. That's why when I'm thinking about the movie more, is just some things just don't make sense. Yeah. You know, the idea of the movie, the idea of the Invisible Man, the suit and everything. I'm like, they could use that in the military or something like that. You know, and that idea is awesome. I like the idea, but the movie overall, I mean, it's an okay movie, but not rewatchable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's. I mean, the Invisible Man is an old story, and I think giving it this new take, this new twist, I thought that it was really well. I thought that it was like a really well thought out concept, but I don't think it was executed to the best that they could have. And
Elizabeth Moss did great though. Yeah. She did great.
Yeah, she was easily the highlight. But there's really not much that I can say other than that. Well, what I just said about the camera movements, the lingering camera angles, the way they built the tension. But other than that, I feel like there's just like other than Elizabeth Moss's performance, there's only like a couple sequences that really stand out, which would be when they get into a fight, when like he throws her across the table when she's in the house by herself. Yeah, I could say that was a standout. When they're in the hospital and in that hallway scene in the
With the
hospital.
cop, yeah.
With this cop security, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I could say those were standouts, but other than that, like I really can't say that anything else was memorable about it.
I mean, all right, guys. Well, that's our review for Visible Man. What would you rate it, actually, real quick?
I don't know, probably like a 6, probably.
I'll probably go one lower. I'll go 5. It's just it's okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Like you enjoy it as long as the first time you sit down, you take it in,
yeah.
and you're like, wow, that was pretty good, but
Yeah.
it doesn't hold up to rewatches at all.
Yeah, not to me. Yeah, same thing for me. Same thing for me. Not at all. But yeah, guys, that's our review for Invisible Man. We're gonna be posting more videos, so come back and check back for more.